program at therightdoctors.com. I am Dr. Professor P.C. Manoria, Executive President, First World Congress on Cardiometabolic Medicine, being organized at Mumbai 27-28 April 2019. And with me is Dr. M.K. Das, President-elect, Cardiological Society of India. Dr. Das, cardiometabolic diseases like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, myocardial infarction, heart failure are reaching alarming and epidemic proportions. In fact, we are amidst a pandemic of all these diseases, and they are contributing to cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. What CSI can do to curb the growing menace of these cardiometabolic diseases which are rampant in our country?
Yeah, that's a very important question for our country, because we are on the cusp of an epidemic. Now, from CSI regarding this cardiometabolic syndrome, we have already started certain programs, and possibly many of the doctors, they have seen the works known as CRIS trial that was carried out over a period of 1 year, and over almost 12 lakh students. And there the students were taken up because they were really at the younger age group, and we wanted to study how is their dietary habit, how is their blood pressure, obesity, what is their knowledge about the exercise and other schedules. So we were surprised to see that the peoples who are hailing from actually the sort of a lower income group of schools, they were having more obesity as compared to the high income group schools. So we divided into different categories of the schools, and we found that they were having not only obesity, their incidence of blood pressure was also high. And you know, even the dietary schedule that they were taking up were really not up to the mark, especially because of the fact that they are taking more of junk foods and all, as compared to the schools where there were actually affordability factor was not very much. So they were taking good quality food, and that's why there was a difference in obesity as well as high blood pressure. Now, from there we started the interventional program on the same students and their mothers, because mothers, they take care of the diet, and naturally we try to teach them and also told them that you will have to follow this kind of schedules, and you will have to reduce your less activity schedule. On the other hand, you will have to be more active, exercise, take a good quality diet in the form of fruits and more of proteins and less of fried food and junk foods. So after 1 year, actually or rather at the end of the year, we saw that there was remarkable improvement in those group where there was a little bit of obesity tendency. So CSI is really trying to now implement through the government agency, because we requested especially the director of this medical educations of different groups, so that they can take up the dietary schedule as well as the exercise schedule and all other aspects of prevention for cardiometabolic disease, which really occur at the later period of life, and they can be incorporated in the school. So we are working on that. They have agreed on principle, and they are giving certain hints that they might include in the courses. Now, having said that, so that it can percolate down to the other groups, that is the adult groups, where the incidence of heart attack, heart failure, arrhythmias and all other complications of hypertension arising or associated with the cardiometabolic syndrome, we are now taking up actions, organizing conferences, meetings, so that the public gets awareness. Now, World Heart Day is such a program where all across the country the programs are held. We have got 26 branches of Cardiological Society of India across the country, and they are organizing the conferences and meetings and free health camps, and thereby the awareness program is being hastened. So that's how CSI is trying its level best to make the people more aware about the cardiometabolic syndrome, which is really a sort of danger, imminent danger for the real situation, that is heart attack, heart failure and arrhythmias, and of course the sudden cardiac death.
Right. The problem with our country is we don't have Indian data. Has CSI made any efforts to collect data on hypertension?
Yes, again that is very, very important issue. We had one particular program that is known as spot registry. We carried out in the whole country, and 1,82,000 persons, 1,82,000 persons were examined for BP, and also their awareness, and also their medications, and how they are following up with the medications. Now, in that spot registry, we were again surprised to see that 30% population were not aware of the presence of hypertension, 30% people were aware and they were not taking the medicine, and the rest of the people, they were taking medicines and but suboptimally. Only around 10 to 15% cases were taking the medicines at regular basis, and they were having the controlled BP. So, it is a very, very alarming situation, and that was a spot registry, and we are trying to cover the whole country again in a much more bigger fashion with the hypertension registry that will be organized by the Cardiological Society of India.
Preventive cardiology is need of the day in our country because of the rampant cardiometabolic diseases. You are the president-elect of Cardiological Society. So, what is the agenda for preventive cardiology in the forthcoming CSI conference at Delhi?
Yeah, that's again very, very important issue. In the forthcoming conference that is going to be held between 5th December to 8th December at the Hotel Ashok, New Delhi, and I have, or rather our scientific team has proposed a sort of elaborate kind of arrangement. Definitely the prevention will be one of the crux matter which will be discussed there. We have taken care of how to prevent atrial fibrillation, catch the young group of persons who are prone to the myocardial infarction or heart attack, then the people who will be having heart failure, whether we can diagnose ahead of time or not. Similarly, even those patients who are having or suffering from cardiac failure, whether we can diagnose much more ahead of time with some special devices, and that thing also will be discussed, so that the hospitalization, which is very, very costly in India, as you all are aware of. So, we are trying to prevent in all facets, and those kind of preventive programs will be discussed there. And not only that, we have got a plan to even propagate the whole thing across the country through the TV and other medias, so that the general people also become part of the conference, where mostly the cardiologists and the physicians who are practicing cardiology are taking part. But here the people will be also part of the conference, because they will be able to know the various aspects of cardiovascular sciences, advances and preventive measures, and that is how definitely there will be advantage to everyone.
Do you propose any lecture on digital health and digital technology?
Yeah, those who have followed our website, that is the www.csicon2019.com. There you can follow that one special award has been given for CSI Innovation Award, for the CSI Indian Innovation Award for the first time in India. Here actually the main theme is that any kind of innovation by a cardiologist, whether it is technological, whether it is the lifestyle, whether it is the statistical. So, some kind of innovation must come up, and I am sure that the technological aspects, that is the digital technology, will be the main focus there. Apart from this CSI Indian Innovation Award, I will be having 2 sessions on digital technology and artificial intelligence. In fact, there has been communication with different people, both from India as well as outside, and also I am really going to China in the month of May, where we'll be, I'll be presenting some topics on digital technology in relation to the cardiovascular medicine. I'll be able to know much more in depth about this particular aspect, and they will be reciprocated here in the form of 2 sessions on digital technology and artificial intelligence.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank
Das,
you.
for
Thank
your
you,
expert
Dr.
comments on
Manoria, for
cardiometabolic
giving
medicine.
me the chance to be here, because you actually offered the lecture, and that's why I could make it to come, because last year I could not come, but definitely this year I had to make it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.